Good evening and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark. I am your storyteller for this evening. Fuck. Yeah. These wonderful people are here to play. Yeah, sound is there. Wonderful. People are here to play the IRPG. This is episode 17 of our Shattered Footsteps campaign. So it's a fucking long time. Yeah, we'll introduce everyone, then I'll do a tiny recap of what I can remember from last time, which isn't much, and then we'll get started. So we will start with Ashleigh. Who are you playing, and what is their favourite thing about this world they found themselves in?
The thing was that?
What is their favourite thing about this world they found themselves in? We've had all the horrible stuff. What did they actually like about it?
I am playing Selena, who's a godbinder, who wheeler dealer with the various gods of this world, and I think the thing she likes is the fact that she has a measure of power, ability, whereas back home she's like a depressed millennial, many of us, who's just kind of stuck and holding pattern. Everything's very difficult and annoying. Whereas here, she can out her magic hammer. She can speak to the god of death and all of the things that she's able to. Like, wow, I feel like I can make a difference in this world, and it feels like the world we all is just paving over all of us. So, shall I decide who goes next?
Yes, please.
Oh no, you need to ask a question, don't you? Okay.
No, just we're going to do the same question for
Patrick.
everyone this time.
Oh, okay. Was that me next?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi. Hi.
Yes,
Pat,
yes, you.
I am playing Paul the Neo, and things have got strange for Paul with sexy results, as he has now find himself trapped somewhere between life, death, and Grimsby. I don't know what Grimsby is like, but I'm just basing that solely on the name. And the thing he's liking the most, originally it was, I suppose, in many ways, it was the opportunity for the power fantasy, but right now it's the fact that certain things that have been playing on his mind and really getting him down are not there anymore. And it's changing him. And on a lighter note, I'd just like to point out that in the event of a terrible disaster, you're actually more likely to be helped by your neighbors rather than be a victim. The idea of the crowd as a mob obeying psychotic beast killing everything in an attempt to protect itself has been time and time again proven wrong by history. Oh, what? Sorry, Mark, were you expecting something depressing? Paul's going through some stuff, so I'm going through some stuff.
I would disagree, because the second that there's a disaster, the first thing I'm going to do is start stealing everything and just punching the shit out of everyone.
No, we've been through this, Michelle. The first thing we do whenever there's a disaster is you help me break into the National Portraits Gallery so I can hate fucker Rubens. And with that, I go to Chris.
Wait, hang on. You want to have sex with a painting?
Hey, listen, the planet's going to go to hell in a handbasket. Do what you do.
Yeah, but if it's going to hell, you've got to fly over to where I live.
I cannot hear anything right now because smart people like me mute tabs.
Yes, but that is why I wrote to you in the chat. So you need to tell us who you're playing and what their favourite thing is about this new world they found themselves in.
I am playing Quinn, the dictator. And to be very honest, I think there's very, very little that Quinn likes about this world. Yeah, she feels very uncomfortable and actually just wants to get the fuck out.
Fair. And last but not least, Thea. Okay, now no one can hear you.
No, actually, I think Michelle hasn't. So I shouldn't be least.
Michelle not going yet?
No.
God damn it, Michelle.
But I can take my turn, sure.
That's fine. And then
I
Michelle
was
could
just
be laughing at
patiently
least.
waiting for my name to be called, but if we're
well,
already done, I
no.
could. It's fine.
No?
No. What got me was the fact that Chris got brought up and Chris was doing the checking and was muted, and then I was thinking, oh no, Chris will be last. And I thought, oh no, Thea's not being, we need to be careful because we can't see Thea's face. Can we hear her voice? But now that obviously we can just say Marc fucked it up, and that's it. Oh, we go. Thank you.
But yeah, I'm playing the Loading Knight, Emma. A little bit of an issue with loading, with anger sometimes, but it's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna work out, and she's gonna find Willow very soon, I imagine. That's the quest anyway. Favorite thing, pretty much the same thing as Ashleigh said, but I want to add Tessa. Tessa the book dragon and every book dragon in existence.
I think we could all give the book dragon a...
Yes, there's a major thumbs up.
My favourite book so far.
That is my favorite part of Die. So over to Michelle. Yeah.
Who does have a camera this time, so I didn't forget her voice. But she's decided not to speak.
I'm Michelle, I'm playing Frida, and she likes the novelty because she gets bored really easily and finds most of life in the actual world really dull because people are in it and they keep wanting to talk to her about like the economy or their lives or like who they fancy or whatever, and she's just bored of everything all the time. So she does lots of drugs and lives in a car because that's not boring. So she likes how every day there's a new weird thing that happens because she's never bored. So yeah, that's what she likes about Guy. Yeah, she could be in a supermarket, like getting into a conversation with the cashier, just being like, yeah, like I give a fuck about your husband. Oh, I don't care. Why? Oh God, and I'm buying beans. Everything about this is dull. Or she could be in Die, fighting a possessed merry-go-round, and that's clearly a better choice for her.
Yeah. Although I do kind of feel bad about that woman and her husband because, I mean, she was just trying to tell you she needs some company. She's
doing it so slowly.
Yeah, she's old. She's got arthritis.
But I know what she's going to say. I know how the story ends. It's just waiting for her to get to the bit. It's like, yeah, come on.
Right, next time just slip some amphetamines into her drink, you'll be grand.
Well,
we all
what
know
I
Frida
do.
has them.
That's
exactly.
that's my thing. But there's no drink to slip. It's very hard to spike a cashier in Tesco. It's really hard. It's
you
the
put
hardest.
It on your hand and you do fucking.
No, but that's like, I don't know, 1980s or like 1960s spy TV show drugging. That doesn't work in real life.
How do you know until you've tried, huh?
Yes, I have tried. Every conceivable way of drugging a person, assume that Frida has tried at some point.
Right. Anyway, let's try and remember what happened last time. Yeah, Thea, I think everyone was able to hear you. Yes, everyone. Heard the word? Yes, there was outside thumbs up and stuff. Your voice is wonderful. So last time we had a month ago. We had a fairly good combat, which Chris missed out on because reasons. Yeah, but I screwed up the rest of it anyway because we didn't really yeah, no, it doesn't matter. The combat was really cool, and then they all fucked off up the road. Going along, seeing all this rusted and ruined bits of amusement park, theme park. They came up to some kind of entrance, a ticket booth, where they saw a picture of Emma's Paragon, her friend's original Paragon, Manny. And then they seemed to be attacked by the Order of the Void, the group that had attacked them before. They're sucking all the emotions out of the air and everything around them. I know, Marc is terrible. I'm getting so distracted by everything at the moment. I'm very sorry. Yeah, and that's where we left it off. These Order of the Void people started popping up. you all started to feel nothing. This time, however, Tyrant didn't seem so scared of it. More pissed off. And that's where we'll get back to it.
I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, I thought there was like a big construct type thing that did something to Paul.
Yeah, we killed it.
Yeah. The
oh
merry-go-round.
yeah, I forgot to say Paul's dead. Yeah, Paul
Yeah,
died.
Paul,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Paul died.
he's not dead
got
dead
better.
because Frida's been
Yeah.
rapidly
Yeah.
talking to him a lot
Well,
since he turned.
He got better, arguably. I guess we'll see.
Yes,
what
Paul
better
has
means.
become one of the what do you call them?
fallen.
Thank you, one of the fallen.
Frida's
Yeah.
just like really happy because she's finally got that zombie friend she's always wanted.
And I
As
think
you,
I think
not too much
Emma
difference.
and Selena are really worried.
A little bit paler, maybe. A little bit gother. But
Up and about.
about,
Far more so than you normally see from somebody who's dead.
yes.
So, which is definitely not Selena's favorite thing about Die. So yes, I think there's going to be a certain amount of keeping a bit more of a distance than before.
So,
Yeah.
Paul, if you get shot in the head, does that mean that you like survive that now?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Gotcha.
Oh,
Just
now
don't
you
think I
sound
call-
like
that
now
is
you're
not-
like the Joker.
that is not a valuable use of ammunition.
I just like to imagine Johnny Face going, no, Paul, this is
Yeah.
not a valuable.
Nope.
Stop it.
Paul, we need to teach Johnny 5 how to party.
I will turn this body around, God damn it. So, you're all sitting around the ticket booth with your one dead friend making jokes about killing himself again. And these Order of the Void people start popping up. It's not like they're teleporting in, but they seem to just here. Maybe they've been hiding behind something. Maybe they're, don't know, using some kind of trickery. Suddenly there's about 6, 7 of them. One of them, Emma's looking at you. It's the one that spoke to you and said you weren't ready to fight her before. Back at the encampment. She's smiling. There's 3 almost directly behind her, standing in a diamond shape. She opens her mouth to speak to you, and you hear a massive boom as a gigantic hammer smashes down into where the 4 of them are standing, and you are covered in bits of blood and viscera, and you hear an echoing laugh. So really, from their boots, laugh, and you see a woman. She looks about 7 foot tall, extremely broad-shouldered, scars on her arms, one on her face, short pink blonde hair. Not blonde, pink hair, sorry. Short pink blonde hair, short fucking hell, spiky pink hair. And the hammer, she just kind of shakes it off a little bit. It looks kind of like something from World of Warcraft or something.
She sounds sexy. Can I have a number?
You can ask.
Lay off.
And she grins at you all and then turns towards the other members of the Void. And you all, a moment ago, you were starting to feel nothing. Tyrant was starting to get his back up. And now all of you feel happy. Just seeing this as something, you know, it's an amazing feat. How the hell did this woman just do this? And she smashed them and it's all up in the air and just, you're covered in bits of blood and skull and brain. And it is one of the most happiest moments you've ever had. Paul, it reminds you of when your kids were born.
I don't have kids.
Oh shit, do you not have kids?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. It reminds me when he got the kid, one of the kids he was working with, into foster care. Through foster care into an adoption with a family. One of the few victories that social workers can get.
There we go.
Something's wrong, people.
What does it remind you of? This feeling, what is it that comes up?
For me.
No, for Selena first.
Oh.
Oh, it reminds me of like hanging out with my sibling, because that was the last time where it was just this pure joy, and there was a huge park in the town where the pair of them used to live, and they'd just go there and get candy floss and have a sugar rush and use the play sets and all of that kind of thing. And that was the last time there really was some thorough, unbridled, absolute joy, because everything since then has just been spiraling out of control and downwards.
And Frida, what about you? What's the feeling you get? Michelle, don't look so happy, please.
Wait, what?
What is the feeling that Frida gets? What is this Joy's feeling? What does she compare it to?
Well, this is going to sound bad, but, you know, it's mostly fine. Frida has never felt this happy before for any reason, which is why she knows that something really weird and magical's going on.
Aww.
No, it's fine, though, because she's been high a lot, so that's almost as good. But so she's like, something weird's going on.
And Quinn, what about you?
Slightly morbid, but I would assume that Quinn's happiest memory is the month after her arm was broken and she didn't have to practice her cello vigorously and actually had the freedom to do whatever she wanted for once in her life.
We're fucked up people. And Emma, as you see this, the massive hulking woman, the scar down her face doesn't change the how how it looks. At the moment, if you look in the mirror, it would just be you but older. You see freckles powdered across her cheeks. She's not wearing anything like extremely revealing, but it is quite well fitted. It's not as gothy as it was before. It's like a punk t-shirt and jeans and really big fuck off docks. And the hammer, she swings it. It's almost as if it sings in the air. What is it what memory is there for Emma?
I think the scene she's seeing right now is probably eerily similar in her mind, at least, to one first time when Willow chased away Emma's bullies from high school and Lily gave them a kicking. And so I think she just has a flashback to that scene in her mind, seeing this happen. And just feeling the complete relief and happiness and joy and, probably a fair amount of infatuation as well.
This is all taking a split second. This is just after the hammer's hit down on these four. And the hammer doesn't look like it's big enough to take out four people at once, but somehow it did. You can see as if it's abstract art splattered out onto the ground round about. The other members of the Order of the Void start rushing towards this pink giantess. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm heading in there. I'm charging with a happy smile and just, crying out.
You hear Tyrant say, "Payback time." And you're not sure who he's meaning it about. So there are only three members left, because I said seven, I think.
Mm-hmm.
First one's coming up. They've already got their weapon raised going towards the pink giant. What do you want to do?
I'm heading towards the nearest one. I'm gonna, yeah.
So just a normal hit, or
Just a normal hit for now, yeah. Just wanna
give me your roll, please.
If I can reach them, I certainly will try.
You certainly can. It's theater of the mind. This fucking teleportation. Give shit.
That's only one success, actually.
If you want, you could take a bonus. and roll another d6. Because you've got 10 bonuses, I forgot to say.
Okay. Nope, that's a 1.
Okay. Still, you hit into it. Your mace. You go, ha, fucker. As it hits up into this person's jaw. You can see teeth break out. And for a second, you start to feel the hatred of them. And yeah, no, that hatred sticks. Who's next?
I'll go, I guess, because I think as soon as she saw the Order of the Void, Selena's just immediately got the hammer out, or at least put her hands on it. And now that we're in combat, so I think she's going to take a few steps forward, knowing that whichever one Emma's going for, she doesn't need my help, so I will select a different target, and just administer a good firm thud with the hammer.
Give me your roll, please.
Yes, well, this is where it all goes wrong, of course.
Always. For some reason.
Every time. Every damn time for me, yeah. And can I take a bonus dice?
You
Just the
certainly
one?
can. Yes.
Okay. Also, only one success.
Is that with the bonus dice here?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I've just rolled 4 dice and only one of them's come up as a success.
Yeah.
So.
You swing your swing the hammer, and as you do, the giantess winks at you and says, "Good hammer." And it just puts you off a little bit, and it smacks this person, and they go flying backwards. Not out of the game yet.
Okay, all right, that's good.
He's so cool.
Who's next?
I think Emma says that and just looks at her in awe.
I'll go next. Paul gets.
Before Paul goes, I would actually like to use an ability.
Sure.
I would like to use the ability We Choir, which is when using the voice on willing people, suffer no penalties for group size. Is that like a buff?
But only if the people would be willing, and we know that Frida will not let you use the voice on her.
I'm pretty sure Paul in his state right now would be pretty willing to get a little bit of a boost.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
You need to roll? Yeah, you need to roll with your...
With my D4?
Yeah, with your D4. But it's not using the voice to take over, is it? It's just boosting, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
So I rolled and... Sorry. I rolled a 1.
Not just your D4, you need to roll the skill as well.
Shit, what's the skill as well?
Your skill is charisma, I think.
Exactly. Sorry. My bad. A 9.
So you can take it. I can't remember how this works. So even though Patrick disappeared, Paul can take a bonus dice here. So you can roll your attack with an extra dice.
Okay.
So how does it work in practice?
Yes.
Like,
A massive, almost head-splitting grin. Like it couldn't go any further. And he stands up and almost... And the only thing I can... do you remember the gunfights in Romeo plus Juliet?
Yes.
The bars, where it's almost like flamenco dancing. Just sort of like that with both pistols, and fires at the one who Selena just sort of missed.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so what am I rolling?
If it's firing, it's agility.
Agility, dex.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Too many games.
A 4, a 1, and a 4.
Did you
9.
use your bonus dice as well from...
Yeah,
so
what's my
roll
bonus?
another D6? Just another D6.
All right, how do you... What's the bloody code for this again?
Use the thing on the side. The dice roller.
yeah, I can just use the one
Oh,
lower
we got a
left.
dice roller?
On the left-hand side, there's a dice.
Oh, we do.
Click on it.
I
There you
got
go.
2.
It doesn't matter. Still, 2 is enough, as you... Selena had already done 1 damage. how does this look as you take out this?
One bullet hits them in the shoulder, so they spin round. As we spin round, the inertia as forces our head so that the second bullet just gets straight through the center, and there's like a little, and then suddenly there's no back of the head.
Rita? The back of the
How many
head, by the
bodies
way,
are left?
there
Back of the head.
are two. One has been wounded already by Emma, and the other is running up on the giantess with a scimitar.
Am I in a position where I could run up to them both and do a Three Stooges style grab both their heads and bang them together?
Yeah, but we'll say the difficulty is 1 for that. But you can use your full dice.
I would like to use the full dice to do that
Yes.
because I've suddenly overcome with the urge to pay homage to the Three Stooges.
Fair enough.
So I roll my d6 as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's Dex. And a d6.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
And
That's a
does that have a
circle.
circle in it? It's already got a circle in
It
it. Okay.
does.
So tell me what this looks like as you take both of these out.
Nice.
Well, she's feeling this weird feeling that she doesn't understand, but she starts chuckling. You know, like and running up to them, and just goes, "Hey pals, how's it going? It's me, Frida. Hey, you should meet each other. Maybe you should do a kiss." Smashes their heads together and is like, "Now you're married," and runs away.
And it looks like something out of The Boys as the faces just smash into each other, and if you see it in slow motion, the noses just miss each other but break as it hits into the cheeks, and they force into each other until the skulls snap. And I got bloody all of a sudden, and they fall to the floor. Frida, you're covered in blood. You're all hearing this lilt of laughter, and you get a clap on the back that always makes you fall over. Oh, that was fucking brilliant.
Hey, this is my color, don't you think?
Definitely no. And she stopped smiling. Who the fuck are you people, and why do you look like me and my friends?
One quick question: do I have to clear my dice now?
Yes, get rid of all the circles, please.
They are all gone.
Paul walks over to Thea, just puts her back turned. Like, hey, don't fuck this up like I did. Got this.
And I believe that one is dead. Why are you bringing a fallen with you?
It's fine. It's Paul. He's our emo friend. He's just a bit more gothic than before.
Paul? John's friend. Interesting. So who the fuck are you
Yeah.
then?
You got
We
this.
came. Well, I came to find you, Willow. And I think Emma steps forward and like looks at her for a long time.
I've not been called Willow in a long, long time. My name's Imani, but you should know that with that face. God, I look good when I was younger. I mean, I look better now, but... Ready?
Yeah, this is strange. You've changed, but I really like the look, I must admit.
She poses for you. Thank you. And you hear something niggling at the back of your head, some other voice, and it sounds like Tyrant, but if Tyrant was a much more well-rounded individual, he's going, hell yeah, you are.
Oh, I can hear that too.
You, but only just barely. It's like tickling the back of your head. No one else hears it.
Oh wow, this is okay. This is so awesome. So I waited so long to see you. This is, yeah. I'm Emma. You probably remember me. I mean,
It's the first time that you see her. Like, she got serious before when you said, "Who the fuck are you all?" But the colour drains from her face, and it looks like she shrinks by about a foot. She doesn't actually, but it appears like Emma.
Yeah.
You hear Tyrant say, "You fucking got her." Emma? Oh my God,
Yeah.
Emma. And she throws her arms around you and lifts you up, and a massive hug spins you around.
Oh, I hug back, delighted, very happy about that. Gonna clutch her for a long time.
No, it's not meant to be like this. You're meant to make her
What?
feel bad. She
What?
abandoned us. And you hear the voice that sounds so much like Tyrant say, "Oh, give it up and let them let them blah, 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 blah. Let them have a reunion, you dick." And the rest of you see this giant muscled woman picking up your friend and spinning her around like she's a toy. In the distance, you hear a creaking roar. Nothing you can see, though.
So that'll be Willow then.
I thought you would have been
Who are your
Matt.
friends? Emma. Oh, okay. We need to. We need to go and speak about this. But who are all of you? Why are you wearing?
Well, these are my friends. Well, they're friends now, at least. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Selena, but you probably know my. Well, I'm Juno here.
Ah, welcome. Your sister has been a good friend to me.
I'm glad to hear that. I was terrified you were going to tell me something. That she died or that she was something horrendous, because we've already met one of your number.
Her head dips. Yeah, I felt John's passing.
You felt it.
Yes, it was strange.
Did you see the city? Did you see what he'd done?
I know. I couldn't stop him. We had rules.
Yeah, but you have a hammer.
And he had a suit that could turn himself invisible and let him sneak through and murder every fucker that spoke to him in the wrong way. Which he did on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, that was.
Anyway, let's not talk about that just now. Although, wait, you're wearing John's Paragon. You must be Paul?
And Paul, rather than North, just does a very almost theatrical bow.
And you're dead here. That is interesting.
I'm finding that I'm beginning to get used to it.
Yeah,
Honestly, I prefer him this way.
don't say that, Frida. That's not very nice.
Well, I'm sure he agrees. He's a lot cooler.
Yeah, we had an issue with a possessed merry-go-round or something earlier. Some kind of rust demon thing.
Ah, okay. This place has gotten out of hand recently. We can talk about it more when we get to the big top. Come on. He starts heading off. Aw, anonymous gifter. Thank you for the anonymous gifts. Very much appreciate it. Although, if it's someone in the group and just want to give themselves bonuses, well, fuck you, you're not getting them. No joking. That's another 5 bonuses. Thank you so much.
I think Emma will introduce the others as well. Just Frida is awesome. She can do pretty much anything as long as it's daring and weird, and she is pretty daring and weird.
See,
So that
Frida,
checks
I feel
out.
like I know already.
And then there's
You were talked about a lot.
there we go.
And this will be Quinn,
Right.
Yes.
Freya's twin. The Lady Nightshade. She looks at you. The smile doesn't reach her eyes, it says there. And I see you've got Freya's little pet with you? And Pukey steps up. I'm no one's pet. What do you mean, Rhea? This is the Lady Nightshade and you should show some respect.
You're a bit pet-like.
Oh, quiet down, Pukey. Please step aside.
I will not stand for this.
Quinn tries using her voice on Pukey to make him go away.
And it does not work. Because Pukey is under the voice of Quinn's sister. And in such a way that another dictator can't use the voice on them. So when you attempt that, Pukey's face turns bright red. You're a liar!
You will submit to me. She tries it again.
Go on, Pukey. Rage against the machine, motherfucker.
He pulls his sword.
Let's not go there, please.
Oh, I know this little prick. And she just walks up and punches Pukey. And he goes sprawling on the ground. Don't follow us. Go back to your mistress. You can tell her a Manny says hi. I'll come back with my mistress and you'll pay. Fucking emotion witch. And he scrambles up and heads off into the forest.
Okay, what the fuck?
Well, he seemed nice. Anything
There
you
he
want to mention?
goes.
Anything you want to mention, Quinn?
I don't know. He wouldn't listen to me. I tried to make him listen and stop. I thought I could control him.
So from what I know of dictator powers, he's already submitted to your sister. I remember you. You and Freya weren't exactly friends, were you?
She was a nightmare.
Puts her arm around you. Then maybe we'll get along. Come on. We can grab a drink at the big top.
Sounds great. I'd love to hang out. It's been so long, and I missed you. Yeah, I can't even put it into words how much.
And I see you found my old friend there. And with her hammer, she kind of taps on Tyrant.
Yeah, he's a handful and a half.
Yeah, we parted ways a long time ago. He wasn't terribly happy about it. I was angry at the time, and, well, now I'm more joyous.
I can
Wait,
tell.
so if Emma's a loathing knight, are you like an MDMA knight?
You mean ecstasy? Fuck yeah. That is definitely what I could be.
Okay, you can carry on with your like catching up and like big like emotional plot thing. I just wanted to confirm that. That's all.
She's leading you along. Quinn, Yuki has fucked off. It seemed when you used the voice on him, it wasn't just that it didn't work. You kind of heard an echo there, and you felt something inside of him that was definitely reminiscent of your sister.
What was it that I felt?
Something reminiscent of your sister.
Okay.
Paul? Distorted echo.
Yes, Johnny.
You have no fair gold. There are no other fallen in the vicinity. Please be careful. I am running diagnostic searches on your condition. If you get fair gold, it might speed up the process.
Do I still not generate it once a day, or because we went into another? It's now another day.
You don't generate it; you find it once a day.
Find it. Right.
Technically, you could generate by killing yourself, and then fair gold would pop up, but you don't know that.
What other way?
You can search some out, yes. You can give me an intelligence. Is it intelligence or is it? I can't remember. Can't remember the character's name.
Intelligence or wisdom? What would luck
It's
come on?
intelligence. Oh no, wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Well, not intelligence because you can use what you call them. Just roll another d6. Yeah. Or if you're not rolled it.
Yeah, I'll do it here. And
That's enough.
Yeah.
As you are getting along, all of you, with Amani pointing things out, you see the skeleton of a water flume ride. You can see that there's rust all over the sides of it, and there's one of the the things you sit in. What would you call that? The
Compartments.
the compartments of there's one sitting over on its side, and as you're scanning round about, not on the side, upside down.
Yeah.
You get a ping from Johnny. I sensed maybe some gold there, and you see it highlighted up in bright red in your vision. You go over, turn it over. A tire? No, not a tire. And you find 3 pieces of fair gold.
Excellent. Johnny, how quickly do you think you can process it now? He just rolls up 1 piece of fair gold.
The voice has don't know, it seems kind of desperate here. I can definitely speed up the search now. Much appreciated.
Flicks it into the air, and I just imagine it just disappears in a puff.
Yeah. Selena, Frida, what are you doing on your short walk to the big top, which is getting larger with every step that you take?
I'm trying to sniff
You're used to
our
that.
new friend.
She
Oh,
smells like bubblegum and candy floss and toffee apples.
So I think did you say Amani was walking along kind of pointing things out?
Yes.
Like saying, oh, this is over here. And so I think Selena's kind of looking around with interest, if only to sort of say to herself, well, when we inevitably have to escape from this place in a hurry, I want to make sure I know the way out, kind of thing. So I think she's kind of doing that in her head, but also just kind of, when you've got like a background process running while you're walking along, you just kind of think.
Just mapping the exits and stuff there.
Yeah, I think to an extent, but also just looking for, is anything moving here? Are there any other people here? Or is it just...
Give me a wisdom roll.
Wisdom roll, okay. And is this one that I would use my D12 or not?
What god would you commune with there?
I mean, I want to know if there's any... I guess if there's anybody else here, so theoretically life. I'll just stick with my 3d6s. Let's see how I get on. There we go. 3 successes.
You don't see any any signs that anyone's here right now, but you do see signs that people are moving about here. With 3 successes, you can tell that there's quite a lot of people. Right now, you're walking through a thoroughfare, and on either side, there's like stalls that are completely decrepit. There's a thing full of goldfish, which are all dead, floating at the top of the water. About 15 bowls of them, people can win. There's things like with darts or with arrows, everything falling down. You see there's some of the it's like cloth hangings have rotted through. Occasionally you will see a body, mostly down to the bones already, not just of humans, of different animals, things like that, but you don't see any blood.
So this was all a long time ago.
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay. I don't think she's doing a stage whisper to anybody. I think she's just kind of, logging all of this to be discussed later at a subdued volume where our host can't hear it. So.
And as you're looking about and checking stuff, Manny nudges you and says, just over there, and points to just like the entrance to a cave. There's a grotto. There's a quick exit through there, just in case, and she winks at you.
Thank you. Wait, hang on. So you know that thing in The Great Escape where that guard talks to him in German and he says, thank you, and then immediately
Yeah.
realizes his mistake. It's like that. It's like, thank you. Oh, shit, she's clocked me.
Just the grin just looks so welcoming and inviting. And she giggles and then turns back to Emma and Frida. Frida, what are you doing on this little walk?
Well, I'm still continuing to try and snort our new friend.
Roll your pulse dice, please.
1.
You just get those smells, just nothing magic about it, but it does. She smells delicious. You can put a circle now on one of your. And Emma, what are you saying as a Manny?
What is she
Escorts you
doing?
along. She's
Oh, she
pointing out
is-
things in the
Yeah.
theme park, things that used to be there, things that fights that she might have had, games that were played.
Emma is all attentive on Willow and like really focusing, drinking in her words, her presence. It's like kind of all focused. If people would look at Emma, they would just see her staring, essentially, being a bit of a creep, maybe even. Just being so happy that she got to meet her friend, that she seems fine, that she seems happy even.
Every so often, it's like in the movies, you see the time slows down, you see them laugh, and the wind blows their hair a little bit, and she
Yeah,
swings
it's
her
kind of
hammer.
like that. Like, it's very clear that Emma's focused solely on Willow, or Amani, as she's known here. And she doesn't really say much unless asked. She will tell a lot of stories if she can, but right now she's just listening.
And she was going on about how when there used to be kobolds here, she used to get in like wrestling matches with them, but they'd need 4 kobolds to go up against her, and they'd all stand on each other's shoulders, and they would all be pished, and at the end of it, usually she'd win, but they'd all be having such a laugh. There was a dragon that used to operate one of the roller coasters, but she fucked off when her girlfriend left her. The girlfriend was an elf. It just did not end well. Was doomed to failure. Every time she mentions something about it, though, there's you can tell she's not just joyous here. There's a lot of sadness when she speaks about things, especially when she speaks about the people that she knew here. And then you arrive at the big top. The outside is filthy. It's covered in dirt. It's got the bits of the top look like they're about to rip through. It's massive though. Looks like a proper circus. Big ring sort of tent. From the entrance, it's dark though. You can't see inside it. And she steps up. Well, Mikasa is Sokasa, and she steps in and she disappears.
Just so everyone's aware, she's getting us all high, right? Just with her aura.
What do you mean high?
Well, like you know how you're feeling good, and that
Yeah, I
everything's
feel
right with the
awesome.
world, and everything's kind of beautiful, and everything.
Yeah, that's just happiness. That's just happiness, Frida.
Well,
No, that's what
It's just
being high
joy.
is.
It's just joy. Okay.
I
Well, I'm
mean,
just saying.
while I know we're very glad to have found her, Emma, I think the way this place has worked so far, I think we should try and be a bit cautious.
What do you mean? There's nothing to be caught. You saw how you handled the void guys. You just squashed them. There was no issue whatsoever.
Absolutely, but what are her intentions? What does she want to do with her time here? Is she planning something that if anybody else was doing it, we'd feel like we should stop? I know there's kind of no point me saying this right now, but let's just try and keep our heads.
Yeah, because last time I felt like this, I was a cult leader. I was there for like 3 months. I couldn't get out. I had to basically beat him almost to death with a baseball bat in the end. It got messy. I'm just saying.
Come on, like I know Willow. She'd never do anything bad. It'll be fine. Don't
It has
worry.
been
And I
20
knew-
years.
And I knew John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this place, it fucks with people's heads. It makes them go weird.
Emma does make like a face of, she recognizes once Paul says that, but she still like huffs a little bit and like, well, you don't know her like I do.
I thought
Come on,
I knew,
let's just.
I thought I knew John. Just don't mess us up like I did. And
I'm not.
if things go south, we're with you.
Okay, good.
Now.
Good.
Oh, yeah. All for
wanna go
one, one
inside?
for all.
And actually Paul starts to saunter in towards the tent first.
Oh, okay.
And Paul, you
Oh.
take a step and it kind of as if reality glitches for a second, just a split second, and then you're in a massive room filled with pillows and changing coloured lights, like the the big bulbs.
Yeah.
Just going around in a circle. The lights are changing. There's music coming from somewhere, but it's like it suffuses the whole place. The scents aren't as they're not overwhelming, but again, it's lots of very pleasant things like popcorn, things like that.
It's
Doesn't-
what you imagined a circus to be like as a kid if you had never been to a circus.
No, not quite, because it's not like it's like a really large bedroom, actually, except there's like a table in it, as if like a dining room table, but massive, made like of oak. You see a man, he's sitting at the head of it, dwarfing the table, dwarfing everything in the room. Massive pewter mugs set around the table. So you were the first one. John was never as adventurous as you. Come on, have a seat.
I think Emma will head in after them and be like rapidly going in.
You come in next time and you notice lots of things that aren't quite the same, but remind you of your bedroom and her bedroom when you were kids. Like pictures are just slightly off. The color schemes, the music reminds you of something that was you both had you stuck in your heads when you were kids and used to sing together, but it's not got the singing. It's just more the feeling of it.
Like a half remembered song.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna take note of that, but she's still smiling and like, wow, yeah, I see you've stored a lot of memories in here.
Yeah, some things you need to have for yourself. Craig probably wouldn't approve, but fuck that guy. He came up with the Order of the Void after all. Fucking shitty villains. Come on, pull up a seat.
Don't mind if I do. She'll happily skip over and seat herself.
How does it feel to be dead, Paul? That's something I've not tried yet. I mean, I'm not planning on trying it, but
I'll be honest, it's almost as though once you get past the first shock, actually, best therapy I've had all year.
I
mean, once you're down, the only way you can go is up.
that is definitely true. Well, except for John, it seems.
Funny that.
Yeah, terrible.
That's voices actually. We got to figure out how to cure how to fix Paul, because my throat is actually killing me trying to do the voice.
You don't need
You
to
don't have
raise the
to do
voice. You'd be healed up by now, by the next time you
Yeah,
sleep.
but it's
you'll
called
be healed.
immersion.
Immersion.
That's a kind of heater, isn't it?
Put
immersion on. I think the rest of
That
us.
heals.
I think the rest of us have kind of filed in by this point, or at least I certainly have, because I don't want to stand outside by myself in this really weird place. So I'll just
Frida
head
walks
on in,
after.
see what's what.
Frida walks in and just goes, looks around and just like, and runs off and like gets some popcorn, then goes off and has a dance in the corner, and then starts jumping on some pillows, and is just having the best time. It's like yeah.
I think Selena is eyeing up the toffee apples and going, God, how long has it been?
Help yourselves to anything. When she looks
Thank you.
at Emma, Paul, and she looks at you and says, Rita is exactly like she was described to me.
Well,
It's
yeah.
uncanny.
Wait, she was described to you?
Of course.
Yeah, by Frida. She makes quotes.
Frida just says, well, people tend to warn each other about me.
No, what was it? Oh, sorry, Rita, I've forgotten. What is your other...
Chloe,
thank you.
Yes.
Well, Chloe did base her character on Frida, and I don't think she roleplayed her as well as you do, but...
I mean, there is only one Frida, to be fair.
I'm a little uncomfortable with the idea that she was trying to roleplay as me, but also I'm very grateful because I would be very bad at being anybody else. Blah, 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 popcorn, blah, blah, blah.
So, Willow, oh, sorry. Do you go by Amani now, by the way?
Amani's my name, yes.
Okay, cool. How are you? I mean, you look wonderful. You've clearly been through a lot, but you seem to be going strong still. That's amazing.
It has been a wild ride, and one that I am glad I took, although there were things that I missed, of course. She smiles at you.
Yeah, me too. A lot.
Why are you
So-
all here?
Well, we kind of came to look for all of our friends.
Well, not quite, though. We were kind of tricked here.
Well,
You helped.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was actually going to. I didn't think it
No.
was actually going to work.
me neither, but
I think
my
if-
motive was always to find out more, and here we are.
Yeah, same. And I thought, well, yeah, if it'll help. What I didn't think was going to happen is that we would be pulled into a completely alternative reality.
To be fair, I don't think anyone wakes up and think they're going to get pulled into a completely alternate reality.
Exactly. So I thought, because when Callum said to us,
It's
"Oh,
Craig's
hey,
brother,
I've
yeah?
got-" yeah, and he disappeared. He ran off as soon as we arrived here, laughing, which it always bodes really well, doesn't it? But
He didn't. His brother came and got him. Beat the shit out of him.
it was ages ago. I don't really remember. That was a whole house ago.
Fucking shit long ago.
Yeah, so we haven't seen him since we first got here. And he said to us that he found all the gaming paraphernalia and that we should get together and play it. What he didn't say was, and I bet what'll happen is, because we wouldn't have believed him if he had said that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he would have known. I mean, Craig didn't tell us either. We shit.
Well, did
Where
Craig
did
know
Craig-
even?
Where did Craig get all of the stuff? Where did he get the idea from? And those dice. Do you remember those dice?
She pulls hers out, spins it in her hand. Yep. Kind of need these. Like, when we got here, we all had our... no tortilla chips. We all had our issues. I wasn't a loathing night back then for nothing. And you hear Tyrion say, "You're never a loathing night. Not worthy of it." And she looks down at the weapon and smiles. It's nice to see you too. Like, we were just expecting a game back then. It's a fucking long time ago. I don't
Yeah.
even think Craig knew what he was doing. I don't think he did this on purpose. He was the only one that almost voted to go home, by the way. When it came time to vote.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, you didn't.
no, I didn't.
Why? And as Quinn says that, her face just completely darkens and she has a bit of a death stare.
Because this world offered us more than back home ever could.
Yeah, worked out fucking great for John, didn't it?
Yeah, are you feeling okay? By the way, you're not feeling any, I don't know, weird feelings since we came. I don't know. It's a bad question. Sorry.
I had some bad tacos the other day, but other than that, I'm fine.
Good.
Frida just flies over the top and just sprinkles popcorn everyone. Hey, free popcorn, everyone! Whee!
Thanks,
Amanda
Frida.
laughs and puts her head back and catches some in her mouth. I don't know what happened with John. We had his little chapter. We had the war. He lost his version of you, Paul. And things
That's
kind of
sad.
went different for him then. We stopped talking to most of us. He threw back into his facet of dying. We all got to make of ours what we wanted to. And if you weren't invited in, wasn't really, good show to go barging over there and telling him what he was doing with his world was wrong. Maybe I should have. I'm sorry about that. How did he die?
How would I describe it? We
With
were
words,
holding.
preferably.
Okay. We were holding palaver, and then I told him what was happening in the city, that the people were rising up against him, and then something just appeared and snapped his neck. Said,
Something?
Paul gives a description of the being.
What the fuck?
You never heard of that before? That's
No.
unknown to you.
No.
You mentioned chapter, not facet, not level, chapter, story. Is that what everybody else called it?
No, it was on his facet, but all of us got a little chapter. Story originally ran out by Craig. Thing for us all to go through, thing for us to learn and grow. And become the people we wanted to be, for the most part. I think. I hope.
What did Freya become?
Freya just stayed a bitch the whole time. She tricked a lot of people into thinking she was nice. I always saw through it.
Quinn gets up and walks away from the group. This is too much. I just need to be by myself. Fuck this.
Just
Quinn,
don't
come
go
on.
too far.
Quinn, you keep doing this, and it doesn't seem to help you. You go off and you sulk, and then you come back and you're still sad. Why don't this time you try something different and stick around and have some popcorn?
Yeah,
Give a
let's talk
shit
about
about
it.
fucking popcorn. For fuck's sake, I just want to go home.
yeah,
We'll go home eventually. But
And we
it's not the
don't?
apple.
When if you all vote to go home, you can go home. Well, not Paul anymore, but you can all vote.
Wait,
You could
not
just go home now.
not Paul anymore? What do you mean?
Dead people don't get a vote.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
that
you could still
democracy?
come with us, right?
Not the way it was explained to me,
Oh shit.
Okay, so we're going to have to fix Paul then. How do we fix him?
Oh, easy. Just if he kills another Paragon, he'll come back to life. Simple.
I was afraid it was going to be that.
But aren't we the only ones? And then, of course, the other, including you.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look too bad to me. Maybe one of us wouldn't mind being dead and sticking about if we're wanting to stay.
You know what? We could kill Callum. He's the fucker that tricked us into being here.
I have been flirting
guy-
with the idea.
And he owes me 60 quid for that gig that I never got to do. So, you know, fuck him.
Seems pretty harsh. Maybe we should hear Callum out first. Like, why?
Well, Callum at this point has had plenty of opportunities to explain himself. And
Well,
he just
we don't know
bailed
what's
immediately.
happened. We don't know what happened, Frida. Maybe he has
I
a
know
good
what
explanation.
happened. He lied to me, got me to a house with a bunch of people I haven't seen or really talked to, in some cases ever, and then was like, here, roll this magic dice, and oh, now you're trapped in Jumanji, the D&D module.
But did something from here call to him? Was it completely his own free will, or was there something from here pulling him to gather us and to come to die?
Exactly.
We
We
The
don't
eternal
know.
question that we've been asking since we got here.
Yeah.
Actually, Selena, because Ashley's your real name. Sorry. I was wondering if we can have a talk about my current predicament with one of your gods. If you'd like to just step here, we're not going outside. We're just going to be inside, in case anyone gets any ideas.
Yeah, you're not bringing Hados in here.
Oh, okay.
No, he owes me some money.
Well, I mean, you can go outside if you. I don't
Well,
mind. At least.
but I've already had this
And
conversation.
Paul is directly at you, sort of like.
I see. Okay. Yeah, there were a couple of things actually that I spoke to Hados about before now that I should probably fill you in on. Please don't kill me.
Tell you what, takes out the guns. Just while we're outside. And hands them to you.
Can't say fairer than that. Okay, so yeah, and Selena follows you outside, but is keeping the guns pointed at the floor for the moment.
Okay, and whenever he gets outside, sorry, I've just railroaded this for a moment. Mark, do you want to continue, or can we?
You can do this when you go.
It's just thanks.
We'll go back to the list.
Okay, Selena, whenever we went into Necroserba, what was the name of the city again?
Necrobus.
Necroibus.
You came up with the name.
I know, it's bad. I can barely remember my own name. Who am I? What am I doing here?
Jeffrey.
Anyway, Selena, whenever we were in Necroibus, one of the first things that we were told by the gods was they wanted John dead.
Yes.
Do you think the gods want anything with Willow before we continue? Because this could be something. I mean, they made that joke, Helios owes us 60 quid. Maybe it's just all nice. But I want to make sure we're not going to cause Emma any problems.
But yeah,
Better to know that now.
there is a good point. All right. Well, guess I've got some calls to make. Brother Hados, a moment of your time.
Yes, they are. I'm trying out some new mannerisms. I'm not sure I like them.
Well, you gotta give these things a try, otherwise you don't know if it works. So our new friend from Joytown, is she known to the gods? Is there something that might be useful to us from...
Everyone is known to the gods, my child.
Okay.
I
Let
owe
me...
money. Well, not money, but,
Yeah.
equivalent.
Okay. Because I assumed that was a joke, but that's interesting. Is there some bad blood between her and anyone, as far as you know?
I'm sure there is, but nothing that, as far as I know, would cause any god, maybe a trickster god, may want something from her, maybe... I don't know. I don't even know all the gods here anymore. They pop up and down.
Well, no harm in asking, just for the purposes of intelligence gathering.
He looks and sees in slow motion Paul as you just stop talking to him and start speaking to Hados. But no, we lost him, sure. No! Because I do not believe anyone has anything like with your friend's friend. I say, well, the gods know everyone. Technically that's true, but we don't know what everyone does. We don't know what everyone is doing. We only put our hand in when necessary. Business for me is going good at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose there'd be a pretty, a god of death is always going to have a job. All right.
Until I don't.
Let's put a pin in that.
Frida!
Well, thanks for your time.
How's our debt looking, actually?
Well, our debt is 2 currently. Wait, no, 3, in fact.
So, I'd like to call in a favor.
God damn it.
I want you to find some way to make good with a Manny for me. I want in that next game.
Oh, you want me to settle your debt with her for you?
Yes. It's easier than me trying to go in there and it causes a whole thing.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Much obliged. And I will keep my ear open for you, should any news come my way.
Thank you.
Ta-ta for now.
Always a pleasure. So suddenly, kind of the world unfreezes for me, and then so Hados doesn't know. She doesn't seem to have pissed anybody off, but that joke that she made about Hados owing her 60 quid, that wasn't a joke. That's actually the thing, and Hados has asked me to do him a favor. Not like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
no. I'm just trying to imagine how the bloody to be able to calm the gods. Now isn't that the power of a true paragon?
Right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give them a blowjob or something?
You're
Frida
inside. You
calm.
don't want to hear this, Brina.
Oh, okay. Oh, they've all gone outside. Okay, sorry.
We will go back to the table now.
Yes.
Frida, you've just emptied popcorn over everyone. They've headed outside. They went outside.
Is Quinn leaving, by the way?
I was going to ask Quinn, did you actually leave, or when Amani said to you to come sit, did you go sit?
Quinn went to sit.
Went sit, okay.
Good.
So I'm just standing behind Quinn, just being like, so when we get out of here, there's this great thing. It's called dialectical behavioral therapy. It really helped me, and I feel that we have a similar issue of feeling a lot, like really feeling things, and then being unable to necessarily control our responses to stimuli. So I think dialectical behavioral therapy would really help you, and I can give you the card of a guy if I could find it in my car /home.
Look, I think you will all have some questions. I can answer whatever I can, and we can work out how to get you home with your friend Paul. She looks at you, Emma. I know you probably wanted to come here and get me to come with you, but this is me. I'm a Manny, the Joy Knight. I have adventures, I save people, I like what I do here.
Emma does look a bit shocked. She doesn't quite know what to say. She's gawking a little bit. Yeah, of course. I mean, I get that. This world is very. I understand it.
You can
I
stay
do.
here. It'd be good to get to know you again.
I think actually, I think considering the others are maybe a little bit further away, Emma leans in and whispers to Willow or Amani.
Right, someone's breathing on their mic.
And says, "I'm actually considering it, but don't tell the others."
It's quite a thing. Have you seen your own facet yet? Everyone gets a facet.
No, I mean, well, yeah, no, not really.
I need to get onto that Callum about that. I only met him a couple of times. Seemed okay. Craig really looked up to him though.
Yeah, I'd love to explore this world with you.
Well, we'll see what we can do. She slams her fist on the table. So, you all have stories for me from the real world?
Oh, where to start?
Donald Trump got voted president, I think, saying as we both walk back into the room.
What, you mean
That's
the guy with
Nazis
the
are a
hands on
thing
his head?
again.
What the? What?
Yeah, oh, there was a whole thing. But yeah, he got voted president of the US. And
Yeah, then he put children in cages.
yeah.
Well, fuck.
What else? Oh,
there
Britain's
was an epidemic, a pest, a plague, if you will.
Britain's not in Europe anymore.
Well, it's still in Europe, but like it's not
You
like
say they moved it?
Yeah, well, no, it's more we broke away from the European Union because a bunch of racists told everyone that it would save money by destroying every foreign trade agreement we had overnight.
When you're saying this, she looks at Quinn and says, "You really think that world is better than this one?"
I have a life in the other world. Here, what do I have?
Well, you could have a life in this world too. I mean, clearly.
Yeah, but all my stuff's in the other place.
Who's real in this world? You don't even understand. We don't even understand the complexities of this world. We don't know.
We're real. We're all
So,
real, Quinn.
10 people in this world are real, and everyone else is basically
Nothing
a
is
character in a
real.
fucking video game.
Nothing is real. Not in this world, not in the other one. But it all fucking matters. What you
Yeah,
do
well,
is what
it's
matters. What does it matter if something is real? If it's what you feel and what you see and what you do. Why do you give a shit? Is your life back there so fucking good in the world of Donald Trump as president that you want to go back there?
Well, he's not president anymore.
You think I give a shit about politics? I couldn't care
It's
less.
just a fucking example.
I'm just saying, in total, I had a very good life until it fell apart for a bit. But that doesn't change anything. What is this fucking world? And what does it like? What do you people think you are? You chose to stay here to run away from your fucking problems, to
No.
play gods at the end of the day.
Not a god. I did not run away from my problems. What I did was I ran to a life
Trust
that I
me,
enjoy.
I knew Freya constantly bitching and whining and complaining about everyone around her,
I am not
putting
Freya.
on her fake fucking smiles.
I am not Freya. And there's no
Yeah.
joy in her face just now.
Just like Freya, you chose to stay in this world. So what does that make you?
Smarter than you.
Quinn gets up
Anyway.
from the table and storms out.
Again,
I
this-
follow
this
Quinn.
You'll get
didn't
used
say
to
to
it.
all of you, but you get whenever you go through the door, there's like a glitch in reality, as if things suddenly aren't right. Then when you go out or in, it reasserts itself.
All right, I follow Quinn outside.
She's always like this. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Amani.
I can imagine it is not the easiest time for her. Her sister's a right fucking cunt, though.
I was about to ask, how does she compare to Freya? But perhaps I don't really want to know the answer. So, listen. What could an enterprising young godbinder do around here that might be helpful for you? Because a certain friend of my acquaintance who owes you a debt has asked me to intervene on their behalf to work that off. So if I can make myself useful, let
As
me
you're
know.
saying that, she's taking a big things from her drink, and as you get to that, a friend of yours, would like to settle it, just it all spurts out of her nose and goes everywhere. And her head goes back. Oh, fuck. He's asked you to do something. Oh, what a lazy bastard.
Well, he knows he's not welcome here, so he's certainly got some level of self-awareness.
Did he tell you why he can't come in here? It's not that he's not welcome.
No, he didn't.
When he appears here, he has to wear a tutu with a very big child's dummy around his neck. I think it's fucking hilarious. He is not of the same opinion.
Wait, how do you have that sort of power over a god?
She puts out a hand, and an apple appears in it, and then it's covered in toffee, and it's covered in chocolate, and then it's a cup. This big top, this is my world, it's my universe. Here I am God.
That's so awesome.
Well, I mean, so I've just asked a person who is literally a god in a certain space if there's anything I can do to help them. So now I feel a bit silly.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something. And you see that your tankard is now full again. What if it was already full, then it's back to being frothy?
Okay.
Frida, Quinn, you both head outside. The clouds are starting to come together. You can hear thunder in the distance.
Quinn walks up to the nearest rock and just sits down and clenches her fists and stares into like the distance, just like boiling.
I walk over and I'm like, Quinn, throwing a paddy about wanting to go home every half an hour isn't going to make it happen anytime soon.
Frida, it's not that. It's just, I can't deal with this. I can't. You don't find this in any way fucked up?
Yes.
And we're chasing ghosts here, wasting our time.
Well, I don't think it's wasting our time to find all of our friends and be like, hey, how do we get out of here? Because now we know how to get out of here. But now we got to stop Paul being dead. So we need to think about that now. Then we can all go home.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't deal with those two, especially I can't deal with the two that actually tricked us into coming here. Every time I see them, I just want to punch their fucking teeth in. Every time they talk, because I know they're the ones that are going to choose to stay here.
Well, they can, right? If they choose to stay, we'll all go.
We can't. We all have to choose to leave. And that means that if one of us decides that they want to stay here, we have to make a choice.
Not quite true.
That's the information we had so far.
The information you had so far is that you choose to stay or choose to go, and if it can't be decided, the world gets destroyed.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but we can. Some of us can go. And hell, if it is how you say it is, maybe we could all go, and then they can just roll the stupid magic dice again and go back on their own.
I'm just tired. I feel like I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks.
You know what you need to do? In there are fun things, all right? Now, I know what you're going to say, Quinn. I know what you're going to fucking say. But take 30 minutes to eat a fucking toffee apple, jump on some pillows, and enjoy that room. In 30 minutes, all of your problems and all your bullshit will still be there. But for 30 minutes, you can just think about something else and have some fun.
But doesn't this feel strange to you? I mean, like, I'm angry, but at the same time, every time I'm in that room, I can't help but to laugh and smile and pretend like everything's okay, but it's not.
Because she's an MDMA night.
But that's fucked up, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but also
What if that's her shtick? What if she's just luring us in?
Well, let's enjoy the ride while it lasts, and then if she attacks, we'll kill her, like we have done all the other things that are bad.
But it doesn't make sense. John was twisted. She says Freya is a right massive cunt. And trust me, I know my sister. She's terrible. But why would she hang out with my sister if she was a cunt? You know, like, it doesn't add up.
Well, why do you think we're hanging out with you?
Well, we were forced and tricked into this situation. There's a big difference between that and a group of teenagers hanging out together and deciding to play a game. They spent almost every day after school together. Freya was almost never at home. She was always hanging out with all of them.
Yeah, but they were the freaks, right? As I understand it, they were all the freaks and the weirdos. And that's why Chloe was there, because, she was a freak and a weirdo. And freaks and the weirdos, you tend to hang out with other freaks and weirdos, and some of them are cunts. I know, I've hung out with a lot of them, and sometimes I've been the cunt.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I want to go home. And Quinn starts crying and sobbing in her hands.
Do I have any drugs left?
No, you've not got any back. However, I would like you both to roll wisdom for me.
Okay. I don't have the best wisdom, but it's not the worst wisdom either. A 1 and a 3. I failed.
Okay.
I can't see it at the moment.
You've
I got
2
and a 4.
One success.
Can I roll bonuses or something? Use
No, too late, and you've got a fumble as well. But we'll come back to that in a moment.
Ah!
Back in the big top. The drinks are flowing. Paul, was it? When John got here, it was all good. He had just as much fun as the rest of us. He convinced Craig to vote our way. It's I wish we could have stopped what happened to him. I wish we could have seen why he'd go that way. By the time it's
Power corrupts. They say power corrupts, but in reality, all it really does is reveal. Eh?
But I never would have thought he was like that.
Me neither. But of course, the evidence speaks differently now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Unless there was something affecting him.
Maybe. I've been thinking about that for a while. What about you? Anything changed for you? You're no longer the loathing knight, you're now the joy knight.
I was the loathing knight, then I became the wrath knight. I toyed with becoming a grief knight for a while, but I came across Joyland. I became a joy knight. Then I go off to do some adventuring and I come back and it's like this. And that actually, says this man, she looks to Selena, that is how you can pay your debt. there is an infestation, you might call it. It's taken over Joyland. You might have seen how things that once brought smiles to people's faces are, killing your friend. Things like that. I've got them backed up into the haunted house. We go in there, we take them out, and then see if we can get this place back up and running.
All right. Sounds
That
good.
Sounds lovely. I'd love to do that.
That sounds like a plan. Do you think your friends will be in on it?
Quinn will come around. She's always like this.
And there's a good chance Freya's already started.
Yeah, actually, yes.
That sounds possible, yes. So, I feel like I've talked a lot. Is there anything else you want to know?
Well, have you kept in touch with all of them then? Well, except for not Freya.
It's been a couple of years. Talked with Frida last time she came through here.
What about my brother?
Your sister.
You mean your sister? I've not spoken to you in a while. Last I had heard, she was going overseas. She said it wasn't a cult, but she was starting a cult. She had stacked up in a massive amount of god debt. Every god owed her.
Okay.
Sounds like she should have just retired there, called it quits.
Maybe she did. Not really. I know she sends out, or they come out, I don't know if she sends them, but missionaries. They seem to have some sort of religion around her, without calling her a god or a goddess. That might piss some people off, I'd presume.
That's not what I would have envisioned for her.
Did you two get along?
Oh, we got along like a house on fire.
Wait, what do you...
Do you mean me and Jules, or our joyous friend and Jules?
Juno and I got along wonderfully.
Yeah. Always quite good at making friends. I
But
was
you
always a bit
haven't...
jealous.
But you haven't kept in touch that much.
Fairly far away. It's been a long time. Spoke to Craig last year. He likes to go around and make sure we're all doing okay. I think he still feels guilty about bringing us here.
And
But
what
aren't
about
you...
what's Freya's friend called?
Do you mean Quinn's?
No,
No, Frida's friends. Frida's the Paragon is also called Frida.
right. And what about the other Frida?
I saw her a couple of years ago.
Right.
She comes through. I think she goes through just about every facet. I don't think her facet has been touched since she got here. She's much more of the adventuring type than most of us. Had a few adventures with her myself, but it can get to be a lot.
And what about oh god, what was her name? Lindsay. Out of character. What was that woman's name again? I had it actually written down, but I can't find my notes. The woman we met in the first city, the one who rescued us and sent us to Necro Airbus.
That was it Melissa?
I think it was
Black woman. Melissa,
something.
the black
Melissa.
woman who came from a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Melissa? Have you met Melissa?
I've met Melissa, yes. Craig saved her or something. I'm not sure. I wasn't part of that adventure.
It's just one.
Nice enough, though.
It's just one of the things that we got was the Empress, and that something sent out to get us.
Maybe Craig did that.
Well, that was the idea. Melissa didn't think it was Craig.
Well, then who? What? Was it the thing that took John?
Maybe. Might have been.
I'm actually worried about you, Amani. I mean, I don't want the same thing to happen. We should have some way to prevent it, or I don't know, keep on our toes, I guess.
I can reach out, try and get in touch with Melissa or Craig. I did hear some rumblings coming from his facet a while
Yeah, I was
ago,
about to
but
ask.
I was kind of busy.
What do you do here? Like you said, you've been away.
Right here, I used to run Joyland. This is
Yeah, I
a
get
place where
that.
people would come from fucking miles and just have a good time. Do you remember when
But
we used
then
to go to Alton Towers?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but without any of the bullshit of waiting in extremely long lines or dealing with arseholes here from the school. I
Yeah.
didn't do much fighting. I had kids would sit on my hammer and I'd swing them about like it was a fucking merry-go-round. They'd love it. Every so often a shade would come along and I would need to fight it. I would do that. But then... Sorry, what are you saying?
Does sound very nice, but then you went away?
I had to go away. I had to go and help some people. Every so often, and it's part of the game, isn't it? Someone comes along and they need help in a quest, and it's... Sometimes it's fun to go back to that old way of doing things. I don't know, maybe Craig sends them... I don't know how much he keeps in on the storytelling. I know he doesn't... He isn't able to get down... Yeah. Sorry, just saying about proper Christians. He's not able to go into the details for everything, but he used to have a fairly good hand on it. Not great at making villains. Order of the fucking Void, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, you showed them. You really were awesome out there.
At least it wasn't the big one. She is badass. It takes a little bit more than a hammer hit to the head to get rid of.
Oh, I'll help you. We'll get there.
She almost took away. Fuck, I had a name for it. Solar. Solar was a fucking awesome sword I had when I was in Anger Knight, or Wrath Knight. But she was able to suck out most of the wrath from there.
So hang on. You can change what type of emotion knight you are?
Yes, the emotion knights are an order of knights. It's nothing saying we have to stay to the one emotion. I mean, Tyrant probably wasn't very happy when I gave him up, but that's because he's a little shitbag, isn't there, right, Tyrant? Just hear the grumbling in the back of your head.
So I kind of pointedly look over at Emma and say, so that's interesting. If somebody wanted to make a couple of changes.
I am actually kind of aware of that already. Well, I don't know if... I don't know. Yeah. Joy Knight seems really, really nice, actually.
It can be fun. But everything has its downsides. She kind of looks down at her cup. Anyway, do you want to see where your friends are? I think if we're going to take on the haunted house tomorrow, should maybe get some sleep.
Absolutely. Any adventure with you, as far as I remember it, it's going to be epic.
Frida, Quinn, you feel the wind blowing towards your faces. It brings a smell of burning. You don't see any flames or anything. You don't see anything lighting up the sky, but it's like a sour, burned smell reaches your noses.
Quinn still has her face kind of buried in her hands and then looks up and she's like, I'm sorry. And she wipes off the tears. She goes, what is that stench?
Smells like a festival.
The flaps of the tent start to get pushed in the wind.
Maybe we should go inside.
Back to them. I don't think I can right now. I need a bit of space.
But it smells like burning and it's windy and we're in a magic world where after those kind of things, usually like some kind of dragon or beast or terrible thing happens. So
Fuck, fine.
Start to hear creaking, so unalloyed joints. Comes in over the sound of the wind.
As Quinn stands up, she turns her head to look in the direction of the creaking.
Quinn, you see the air split open and crack like glass, and splinters of glass rush out towards you as I throw something on the desk.
Are they headed towards me and Frida, or
Yes,
just
both of you.
I'd like to, can I try and do a magic?
Yes.
I don't like. There's a cantrip in Dungeons and Dragons called Blade Ward. I would like to try you cast something like that on Quinn.
Okay.
While standing behind Quinn.
Give me a charisma roll with your dice.
Operation Quinn Shield is a go. Oh yeah.
What'd you get? Sorry, I wasn't looking.
A 6, a 1, and a 3.
Shield goes up over Quinn, and you hear the glass snapping against it. You close your eyes for a moment, maybe Quinn, and you look back, and where the
Quinn
broken glass is.
Quinn doesn't close her eyes. She fucking shields herself.
Yeah. You shield yourself. You don't feel the glass hitting you, but you hear it break and sprinkle against this shield. And when you look again, there's a black crack in the air. Just for a second, you think maybe you see something slip out of it, but you don't see it go anywhere. And then it closes.
Frida, I think it's time we go back into the tent.
Yeah, let's go.
There's a massive crack of thunder, and you both feel massive hands on your collars as you both get pulled back into the tent. Well, fuck. And we'll leave it there for tonight.
Right now we can't leave it there. There's a big crack outside in the air.
The crack's closed. The crack's closed. You're right. Crack did close.
But wait, we got pulled into the tent.
Yes.
Who by?
Amani. She was coming out to get
Oh,
you.
cool. Oh, thanks, Amani.
So that's us for the evening. Thank you very much for the subs and the conversation and chat. Thank you for distracting me, you fuckers. I hope you all had fun. I am Marc. Tales of Myth and Mayhem, blah blah blah. We have on Saturday, we are playing Massive Nyarlathotep. Chris has left us because he's a little bitch. On Sunday we have Never Fucking Changes, our wonderful Fallout game run by our very own Michelle. On Tuesday after that, we are back with Marvel. So we will say goodbye to everyone, and we will start with Ashleigh. How was your night?
It was good. Yes, it was nice. You know, I'm okay because it felt kind of balanced in terms of like screen time. You know,
I tried.
Yeah, well, we all had a little bit of stuff to do. You know, a few conversations and roles and shit. So it was good. I liked it. Yes, looking forward to the next one. I am in a band nominally. Saint Lucifer, black metal gay disco. Enjoy. It's definitely gay electro punk. And I also do a podcast, which is by angry trans people for angry trans people. So if that's you, then come join us. It's What the Trans. And I will pass this on to Chris.
Hi. uh, I'm Chris, and I was playing Quinn, and yeah, it was a very interesting return to the world of Die. And yeah, I'm a bit worried that after all that's happened to Quinn in the past months, especially even before entering this very fucked up world, Quinn is on the brink of a mental breakdown somewhere, I think. She's really not doing well, and I am kind of enjoying playing someone who is on the brink of a mental breakdown, because sometimes I feel like I
Damn.
myself am on the brink of a mental breakdown. So,
I'm here for you.
Dude.
and I will pass it on to Thea, who gets to speak now. Speak.
Yes, I will speak. Yeah, no, I had a wonderful time. Thank you for Amani and for Willow. That was wonderful. I felt the joy that Emma did as well, seeing her again. So that's awesome. I can't wait to have more adventures and have my heart broken at some point, because I probably will.
Probably.
Yeah, more like definitely, I
I
think.
blame Chris as well.
Well, I would like to bring up highlight, which was Chris's Queen part. I always enjoy the
Yes.
sort of reluctance, and I really enjoy that role play there. So thank you, Chris.
Chris gets a cookie.
Yeah, Chris
I might
gets a
even
cookie.
come visit and actually bring you that cookie, mate.
Wow,
Yeah.
what an honor! Yeah. Okay, over to Michelle.
Hello. And goodbye.
As always, stunning commentary there from Michelle. And I think Patrick.
Yes, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this new version of Paul. It's been a bit fun to explore a bit. It's like, what happens if you remove somebody's hang-ups that have guided him through life? It's like he starts deciding which of his new friends he's going to kill. Hey, Chris. You heard her.
I suppose it depends if you want to stay or not. Anyway, as I said, I am Mark, Tales of Myth and Mayhem. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched, if you didn't, catch us on YouTube. I'll stick this up tomorrow. Yeah, I really suck at this, so bye. Like, subscribe, blah. Bye.
Do the thingies. Click the buttony things.
Yeah.
Those things,
Click
yeah.
the things.
Click, click, click.
Just mash
Join
your